Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Shattered Lands, coming at you live from Game Room 5 at the Tavern of Tales in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jake, and these are our lovely players. Playing Glimmer tonight is Nico.
Hello.
Playing Eidolon is Austin.
Hello, everyone.
Whitescales is being played by Jason.
Hello.
Asherin is being played by Quinn.
Hi.
And Sir Gwydion is being played by Lily.
Hi.
As I said, we are Tavern of Tales. We are a board gaming bar in the Mission Hill neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts. We set up this stream so that we could stick together as a team throughout these crazy COVID-19 times and hopefully entertain you folks along the way. If you're looking for something else to do with your copious amounts of free time in lockdown, we are running a free online Dungeons and Dragons campaign set in the world of Eberron, run by some of the faces that you see sitting around this digital table. You can play with myself tomorrow if you get on the wait list as you become an exquisite aeronaut, swashbuckling and trying to do good across the continent of Corvair as tensions rise between nations and the threat of the Dalkir grows ever and ever stronger. We run every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday starting at 6 p.m. And do signups starting at 5 p.m. The day before. So we're running tomorrow. We already did our signups. If you'd like to join on to the fun, we'll ask you to please go to tavernoftales.com/DND. That's D as in dungeons, N as in N, just N, and D as in dragons. I didn't prepare that bit.
And as in Nico.
And as in Nico.
Whee!
Shout out to Nico's friend Sam in the chat.
I don't know if he's here.
Oh, well.
If he is, please say hello in the chat.
Hello, Sam. I'm not looking at the chat right now. We are also now Twitch affiliates, which is really exciting for us. If you would like to support what you see and like what we're doing, you can drop us a follow or subscribe. Anything helps. We're excited to be able to entertain you folks. Speaking of entertaining you folks, let's get on with the show. Last time, the party wrapped up with Pavel Dieter, a gnome detective in the city of Rainmere, and made plans to head to the Shadowport, a secret city somewhere off the coast of Rainmere. They were doing this, of course, because Whitescales wanted to confront Raylan, his old master, and demand the contract that sealed his fate to the Tiefling. They left for the seedy place through a secret tunnel to the north of Rainmere and were greeted by the sight of a entire city full of rogues, full of heavily guarded nobles and all manner of illicit goods for trade. They traveled to an auction house where Dragonborn were being auctioned as cattle. Asherin and Whitescales got invited back to Raylan's office. Meanwhile, at the front of the house, a white dragonborn came up as a lot, and he was sold as the stock of the infamous Whitescales, related probably to our very own Whitescales. Sir Gwydion promptly started to bid on him, and meanwhile, the negotiations in the back were going nowhere fast. Raylan agreed to turn over Whitescales on the condition that he won a pit match versus a creature of his choice, and Asherin provided 7,000 golden wheels as an asking price. Asherin agreed to the deal, and they split ways. Later, the party was divided on how to proceed. They decided that they needed some help. They rendezvoused with Pavel to conduct the sting of the dead drop that they had previously promised they would help him with, and try to work out how to get Whitescales out of the jam he was in. Meanwhile, below the Shadowport, Whitescales was being punished by Raylan, locked inside a damp holding cell among a bunch of distraught and very pregnant Tabaxi women. who would be going on sale the next day. It is the third Gorse day of Piketide, year 996 of the Great Silence. The day is named for the god of law, the month is named for the god of war, and the year is named for their absence from the world. We join the party as they begin to set up the sting for the dead drop. What would you like to do?
So we are with Pavel right now?
You are with Pavel right now.
Okay.
All right, where's this dead drop happening?
The dead drop, it's happening on the corner of... DM scrolls up in his notes. It's like a middle-class area of town. There should be some like closed-up shops nearby. It's near like a well in one of the city districts. Should we go over there now and begin to stake it out?
I'm not really quite the stealthy type, so I'm going to let somebody else take the lead on this.
Sure, let's go.
I'm ready for
That's us. We're whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. That's us. I'm gonna close that.
Okay.
Yes, I think this stealth is the best way to go for this approach. We shouldn't draw any attentions to ourselves, and we'll find whoever wants to be there at that dead drop.
And just
Sure,
a note. Go ahead.
Done like a stick out before, Pavel, right?
Yeah, but I'm not a real physical guy, so if it comes down to a chase, you're guys gonna have to do most of the legwork.
Oh, a chase. I have a horse. If I can bring my horse, I can chase them down very easily.
I'm sure, guy. There's bound to be a bunch of like alleyways that you can head around in. DM switches the map on Roll20. And this is like the area that Pavel leads you to. There's a well in the center of the square. There's a few houses and like closed up shops. This is like a little courtyard full of crates and things like this. And the dead drop itself is in this well. You probably are not like in the square as it appears right now. You're like walking down the road from a different direction. And a note for people watching at home, Whitescales is currently locked up somewhere in the Shadowport. The Whitescales token will be representing his son, who has taken on the name of Snow.
Oh, yeah.
Really is remarkable how even their armor looks the same.
It's crazy. Yeah. Like looking into a mirror.
Wacky.
So we're supposed to wait here for like hours?
The guy that was interrogated said that the pickup happened like around 9 p.m. It's currently like 7:30 to 8 right now. So you got about an hour to prepare, and you can kind of set up the trap however you like around this spot.
And we're trying to like get this guy and interrogate him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know how we're gonna know who is coming for the dead drop? Like, are they gonna climb like down the well, and that's how we can tell it's them? Or do we have like an
you don't have any
idea
like
who's
indication?
Coming?
So
Okay.
Part of your preparation could be like looking for what the dead drop actually is.
Okay.
That's something you want to do.
And Pavel doesn't know?
He just knows that it's in the well. It has to do with the well in this square.
Okay.
And also, like, I play Pavel, and I don't want to like steal your game from you.
Can I climb onto a roof
You sure can.
to get a good view? Can I like say that I'm taking time on it and just like take 10 on it or something, or?
Yeah, and you can have your friends back you up. So what kind of roof do you want to be on?
Tall enough where I get a good view of the whole space, short enough where I could easily climb down or hop off if I need to quickly.
Okay, so this roof right here on the right hand side slopes up. It has like a few chimneys, so you can go on like either side of it as like part of hiding. There's not a lot of cover up here, so if one were to get the correct angle, it would be. What's a tiefling doing up on the roof at my dead drop?
I will try to stay relatively out of sight.
Okay. From the roof to the streets below, it's about 10 feet.
Okay.
Where is everyone else going?
I would like to first inspect the well to see what's inside of it.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
All right. $14.
14. Yep, you look inside the well. There doesn't appear to be anything in the actual interior of the well, but then you kick your foot along the base edge of the well, and you find a loose like chunk of rock that like wiggles around.
I will definitely pull out that rock to see if there's like a secret compartment.
There is. It's about 3 cubic feet of space. A medium creature could squeeze into it if they really wanted. It's like kind of underneath the ground and like dug like in to the road, and then this stone just kind of acts as like a door. Inside, you find a few vials of green bubbly liquid, 2 of them, and a dagger.
I will take all of those and
Hold on, wait. That's the stuff that he's expecting to find, right?
Yeah, is he picking up or dropping off?
So the way dead drops work is that you go like on a schedule. So you just check them at certain points.
But he's not delivering something to the dead drop. He's picking up what's in it.
He would pick up and drop off depending on what his orders were. You don't know his orders.
Okay, so it's just him.
I will be taking the daggers and the 2 vials, and I'm going to take out my pen and parchment and write, haha, got you, and shove that back into the hole, and then shove the brick right back into it.
I mean, I guess we're going to nab him anyway, so that's fair.
You need to say more robot,
I think it's, haha, got you.
Haha, got you.
Got you.
Thank you.
I just say that this will confuse him for a quick moment. And it will definitely discern that he was looking for something in the dead drop. And to ensure that he doesn't get the vial and the dagger.
Cool. In Eidolon, where do you leave off for your like position?
Which way seems to be like where most people would come from? The south?
It's kind of like in the middle of the city, so there's like no indication of where he could come from, but the south is the main thoroughfare for sure.
Okay. I will go right up here. I will conjure a heavy crossbow, and then I would like to try and determine what's in the vials.
Okay. What tool proficiencies do you have?
Poisoner's kit.
Okay, yeah, so make a poisoner's kit check.
All right. Would that just be intelligence?
It would be.
All right. Oh, with proficiency, though, it's 4. No, it's 5. Sorry.
It will take the rest of your preparation time in order to identify these.
That's fine.
So once you're into like the spot, this is all that you're able to do as the answer eludes you. But these are 2 basic poisons.
Okay.
And you know where to find the rules to that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir Gwydion, you're on your horse.
No, I don't think I got my horse. I think that's back at the inn that we have our stuff at, where we're keeping the rest of our horses, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to stay by Snow, because I told him I would protect him. And because apparently I bought him, and now he's my problem. So...
He's our problem.
Yes. So, where should we go that's a safe place? Maybe just staying around that little corner where Sir Gwydion already is. Kind of right here.
Okay. Do you want to like find a hiding spot like there? Okay.
Hiding, yes. I will attempt a hide.
So you probably want to get a little bit further from the main road if you want to hide, like here.
Oh, then no, I'm not gonna bother then.
Okay, are you gonna like otherwise try to blend in, or are you just gonna be like there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
And Snow, what are you up to?
I think I would be with Gwydion as well. So about there. Not necessarily fully hiding, but just cutting the line of sight down as much as possible.
Okay.
Is this dumb? Should we be hiding somewhere else?
I think if we're going to be in the open, just try to look casual.
Okay, yes. Just standing here with my gleaming armor. Definitely look like I belong here.
Wouldn't it be wouldn't it be more weird if there was nobody on the streets, I guess?
I suppose. Maybe you live around here, and I don't belong here at all. I don't know. Perhaps I should get a cloak instead? Does anybody have a cloak? Do we have a rusty, bloody cloak or something?
It is worth mentioning that you do have Whitescales' cloak.
I also have mine. Be like, if you must, but I've just bought it, so be very delicate with it. And I give you my cloak of protection, but obviously you can't attune to it. But you have a cloak.
No, I don't. You need this, don't you?
Whitescales' cloak is huge and would probably wrap around you very well.
Yeah, I don't know who has that.
I am offended that you don't think I'm just a swole glimmer.
All right, well, but if you don't want it, then I'll take it, and I'll take it.
I want you to protect yourself. I'm just okay. I don't want to fuck it up if we're doing a dead drop. I'm not the stealthiest thing here.
Then just stay behind cover and wait for a signal to come out.
All right. What's our signal?
I didn't think of one. Let's agree on a signal, everybody.
I shoot him with my crossbow.
No.
General sounds of pain.
Sword
I'm
pals.
running out of general sounds of pain.
Sword pals.
I'll do a prestidigitation noise that sounds like something funny, like a clown nose.
I was gonna say clown nose.
Okay. Well, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
Auga.
That's better.
It's a Wilhelm
Ashton,
scream.
Where you heading?
I had a question. I think I missed when you were explaining this. What is this zone?
So this is
this
like
a courtyard?
an awning. Yeah, so there's like
Okay.
a little like pillar jobby along this side, and there's like a little like path, and then on the inside is like a courtyard.
Jason, I like that Whitescale. That Snow sounds like an '80s accountant.
80s, thank you.
They taught me math back in the late colony.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to find a good. Could I see the drop from here or no? Because of the arch, is there like visible through the archways?
Yeah, you
the
can
drop?
see like through the windows. Yeah,
Okay.
you can pass through those fine.
I can walk through them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you know this, and then there's pillars, and then it's like a walkway.
Cool. I'm going to wait until it starts to get close to the drop time so it doesn't wear off, and then I'm going to disguise myself to just look like a mess of rags, like I'm like someone sleeping on the street, but like you can't even see their face, you just see like blankets and like a shoe, and
Okay.
hopefully that I will be ignored. And I'm also going to cast False Life 3 times, so let's roll for that.
So temp HP doesn't stack.
Does it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You just replace it with the highest number.
Okay. I cast it once.
How long does that last?
An hour also, so that's why I'm waiting.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. It's at least an hour.
Great. So as you find your spots, give me all your stealth check. Ashrin, if you're doing the disguise stealth, you can do yours as a deception check instead at advantage.
Okay.
Oh, are we allowed to play it cool and try to deceive?
You wanna like try to blend in?
I have disadvantage on stealth.
So do I.
Yeah, you can be you can try to do a deception check, not at advantage.
Not at advantage, just a regular. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 6.
I think I rolled it, didn't I?
I got a 19 for stealth.
I rolled a 15 for deception.
I should probably do that.
I got 21 with deception.
That's going to be a 2 for deception.
Cool.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That low charisma stat.
Yes, guys, just stay behind the corner.
Eidolon, what did you roll?
A 19 for stealth.
Cool.
Sure, can I have advantage because I'm on the roof?
You're glad I'm not giving you disadvantage for being on the roof.
Oh, I'm just trying to be cool Assassin's Creed.
Lay flat on your belly. They won't see you.
I'm gonna hide myself under the shingles.
So as
yes.
you're like taking your spots and like watching, the streets are almost entirely abandoned. Gwydion and Whitescales, you both kind of stick out like a sore thumb, especially Snow. I called you Whitescales. I'm sorry, Snow.
It's okay. I understand.
You especially stand out because you're not like you kind of still look like a slave.
Yeah.
You watch Glimmer, Ashrin, and everyone who's got visual on this little walkway. A man kind of stumble through the streets, acting like he's drunk, or maybe he is drunk. Who knows? And he's approaching the well.
Can I, realizing that I'm not, it's hard to be concealed up here, can I just try to make it look like I'm just like chilling out, being cool and brooding? I can like minor illusion a cigarette or something.
You can make a deception check at disadvantage.
Oof.
Hell yeah.
Could just
Oh,
climb
he's
off
really
the
good
roof
at
also,
brooding.
though.
I've done this before. I've done the whole rooftop brooding before as this character, so
Oh yeah, he knows about it.
that's a 15.
15. Okay.
Everyone in Rainmere has heard about Glimmer's infamous brooding.
Everyone thinks I'm cool.
This guy gets to like the well, and he kind of like slumps over it a little bit and leans into it, and kind of takes a look around the courtyard, and he looks like he's about to circle to where you left the note, Eidolon,
Mhm.
but he kind of looks over his shoulder at Snow and Glimmer up on the roof, and he just starts to stumble away.
Interception. Can I see Ashton from where I am?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mind link with you, and I'll say, do you want to try to stop him or something?
We don't know if it's him or if it's just some drunk, and we might scare off the real dead drop.
Oh no.
I suppose I could try to do it quietly. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I'll cast sleep on him. I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
So as
I don't
well.
like the laugh. I don't like the laugh. Okay. I'll do it at a 3rd level then. Okay.
What is that? Like 98?
It's like a lot. I think it's 9.
Yeah.
Yep, it's 9.
Okay. Okay.
That's a lot. Oh my goodness.
You're shooting for 45. Let's see if you can do it.
Oh.
Damn.
What components does that have?
It is a tiny pinch of sand. Let me get it back up. A pinch of sand, rose petals, and rose petals. Yeah.
I mean, verbal, somatic.
It's verbal and somatic, but I would love to make a deception check to try to hide it as like a drunk cough.
You suddenly feel like falling asleep.
Sure. Let's try the deception check into
That
that.
was an accident. Sorry. Ready for the real one, and then
I go running.
That's a signal.
That was the signal. I go running.
This is going great so far.
It's going perfect. All of our plans come out fine.
Oh Lord.
Ooh.
Oops.
Ooh.
I rolled a 1 on a 1d1. Big whoop.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
I got a 20 for my
20.
deception check.
Okay. So what he probably still does is he comes up here, he hears this like coughing noise, feels like a little like drowsiness come over him, and then he starts to backpedal a little bit, and he changes course, and he's no longer walking drunkenly. He looks like he's trying to pick up a little bit more speed, so he's going to start heading to the north.
Can I? We're not like in initiative or anything. I can just like step forward to do something.
If you like make yourself known and start taking a hostile action, we'll put it into initiative as he realizes that there's a noose.
Okay. I want to ask you how would you rule calm emotions in this situation? Because he's not hostile towards us, but you could maybe make the argument that I could make him like stop running away because he's like neutral towards us, so he doesn't have any reason to fear us. I know I'm a little bit stretching the spell here, but
no, I think it works because he's like the reason he's running away from you is that he's afraid.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I will step around the chimney and cast calm emotions on him.
The DC.
It is 7. It's not 17. What am I saying? It's 15. No, it's. Oh yes, it's 15. No, it's 14. Wait, hold on.
Doesn't matter. He figure it out before we get into the real dirty stuff.
Okay.
Later on in the night.
Sorry, I have for some reason I have two versions of my character sheet. One at third level. And it's 15.
Jake, if I would have seen him starting to head my way, I probably would have switched from a heavy crossbow to a halberd at this point.
Okay, easy enough.
Yeah. So he failed?
He did fail.
Okay, my man is calmed.
He is calm. So he's like casting, like looks over his shoulder. He looks up to you, and then he just gives like a little nod, looks around, and heads back to the well and starts interacting with that rock.
Cool, yeah.
Do I see him take out the whole rock, not just poke at it?
He's like taking out the rock and opening it up and fishing around inside of it. He's currently like on his knees, prone.
I do it.
All right. I run up. I will attempt.
So let's now roll initiative.
All right.
We live in clown world, everyone.
Yeah, we do.
The thing is that we do. Is that we do in the clown world.
This is the lowest initiative I've had in this campaign.
You guys should be able to
Put it in, yeah.
Yeah. Is that all set? Cool. So Eidolon, you're up first.
Great.
It's his turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
There we go.
I don't have the strength to grapple him, but I will definitely make an attack with my packed weapon twice, non-lethally.
Oh yeah, you guys are level 5 right now.
Yep. So
It's at advantage because he is currently like prone with his like hand in the well.
Okay.
This will uncalm him.
In that case, beforehand, I'm going to curse him with my Hexblade curse.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make the 2 packed weapon attacks at advantage. So I'm going to roll for the first one.
Out of him.
Packed weapon 1, packed weapon 2. That's an 18 to hit.
The 18 hits.
All right. Damage is going to be 10 non-lethal damage, magical damage.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the first attack. Second attack is going to be 22 and 20 mod.
Yes, both. Sorry, that hits.
All right, and then that will be 11, and there should actually be 4 more damage to that total because I forgot I was doing curse damage.
So 4 more total.
Yes.
Okay, so you did 25 damage in 1 round.
Yep.
Now this is pod racing. It's his turn. He's going to take the halberd to the back. His weird sense of calm that he was under vanishes in a pop, and his eyes grow wide as he looks back over his shoulder at Gwydion and Snow. And he's going to take the disengage action. He's going to cunning action climb up like a pipe onto the roof with his dash. You can make it. Oh no, he disengaged. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
9 plus that. Okay. So he's like Spider-Man. He's climbing hand over hand up on the side of a pipe. He gets onto the roof and then he jumps over to this one.
Oh my god.
And that is his turn. Glimmer, it's your turn. You just see this guy is like, he was acting drunk, then he was acting stoned, and now he's Spider-Man. What do you do?
I would like to get to this square. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 with my movement. Since I'm jumping off the roof 10 feet, do I have to roll something or?
Yeah, roll an acrobatics check to tumble and not take the falling damage.
9.
Not good enough. You take 2 falling damage.
Okay.
Oh, your ankle.
Oof.
You're
Stumble a little bit on the ground. I'm going to quicken spell a mind sliver on him, so he has to make a intelligence. 1 second. He has to make
14.
intelligence save. That fails.
Oh, okay, so it is 15.
Yes, it is 15. And so he'll take 1d6 psychic 2, and he's has minus d4 to his next save, which will be a wisdom save, as I'm going to cast Charm Person on him and say, "Hold on, friend, let's just talk." And I'm casting it. He has advantage because we're doing hostile stuff to him, but he still has a minus d4.
Okay. So that's 10 total. So
Did you roll with advantage?
yes, I did.
Oh, the 3 was from. Okay, so that also fails. So
Okay.
he is now charmed by me.
Okay. So the charmed means that he regards you as a friendly acquaintance. He
Yes.
will not attack you.
Yes. And I'm telling him, hold on, friend, let's just talk.
Okay, make your persuasion check at advantage.
I'm good at that, right? Should be.
We'll see.
17.
17. We'll do one of these. Okay. Just roll this. Okay. He looks between you and Eidolon, and his brain is starting to fry a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a dude playing a dude whose character is getting manipulated a little bit, and he'll call down and say, I'll talk if you put down your weapons.
Yes, I'm sorry for my friends here. They're too hasty. We just want to talk to you.
I will lay down my weapons.
Okay.
You can make them vanish, right?
Well, yes, but
That scare him?
Ashrin, Snow,
Yeah.
Gwydion, Eidolon, do you have anything to do on your turns?
I'd like to be unprone and stand up and do some walking, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I would also just move in a bit. I think that's the farthest I can make it.
Then on his turn, he's going to come over here and slide down the gas lamp and start tentatively approaching the well. As he gets closer, you can see that his eyes look like glimmers. They're just the pure milky white. They're probably not like that all the time, but he's currently charmed.
Where is Pavel?
Pavel is in the courtyard watching from the shadows.
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll switch my mind link to him and say, all right, what questions do you want to ask?
Well, we should tie him up.
It's a delicate situation. Let's just see if we can get the information from him this way. He's charmed for an hour.
Okay. We need to figure out what's happening on his end and see if we can get any leads on where to find this citadel. So ask him if he knows of any shipments coming in, or if anyone that's going to and from the citadel.
Red Palm activity, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'll approach him, trying to keep him somewhat separate from the rest of the group, just still in earshot, but just I want to keep him away from the people who we might see as hostile to him. I'll say, hello, friend. I'll pull out my Red Palm manifesto and say, fellow brother, I would call you. I just want to know a bit about our business, about things going in and out of the city, information about this drop here that you've been going to, if you know about any happenings at the Citadel, this sort of thing.
Make a deception check at advantage.
Wee, wee, woo.
Oh, man.
I don't like being the talker. I get too nervous.
Why did you make a character with all charming spells then?
13.
13. He will, approach a little bit. You're kind of like this right now. And he says, I can't really talk about that with people of, lower rank. I'm only cleared to do it for a few people. Something big's happening soon, though.
Do I have any alcohol on me? Can I say that I have a flask with some booze in it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll take it out and be I just offer it to him casually, let's just chill and drink, my bud. Saturdays are for the boys.
Boys night at the well.
I'm imagining from his perspective, everyone has big yellow smiley faces over their heads. That's really going with his perception of reality right now.
As I'm handing it to him, I'll I'll look towards the rest of the group and I'll say, "Oh, yeah, of course, they are all of lower rank, but we can discuss it as equals."
Well,
I'll ask them to leave if you want.
No, it's fine. I was coming here to pick up, scheduled stuff from the our assassins around the city, looking for those 5 people that killed Garrick. You know those guys?
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
I hope they meet a grisly fate.
Well, we got a boat in the Shadow Port that's waiting for whatever gets delivered here. So I just, check it at my appointed times, and once I got that, then we'll ship it on back to the Citadel.
Who I'm just curious what our grudge against these 5 is. What's Asher's, his. I'm not privy to the inner workings of his mind. What's the problem that he has with them?
I don't know. It's like brass stuff, Who knows what the commanders are thinking? But they've been right so far, haven't they? He like punches you in the shoulder.
Yeah. I'm gonna like mind link Pavel over my shoulder, sort of like, okay, I need a little help here. I've got him where I want him, but oh yeah. This is great. I have a discreet mind link to the dungeon master, and I can ask him what he thinks I should ask this guy.
We're all like, we want to do espionage, and then we're like, how do we do espionage?
I'll give him a friendly
are
nudge.
For players to play than people think.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I'll give him a friendly nudge and be like, a ship in the Shadow Port. What's it called?
Well, the long range vessel, I don't know, but the keel boat that's heading towards the larger one will make a drop off further out at sea. That keel boat's called the Footpad.
Long range boat. What does that mean? How far is this stuff going?
Like, sailing ship, proper sailing ship.
To sail it to where?
Well, to the Citadel, probably.
Oh. Is Citadel on an island?
I don't know. I've never been.
Do you have an idea of where it is?
Probably somewhere on the water.
Do I know about like the geography out there?
Out where?
In the water. Can I make like a history check or something?
Yeah, if you wanna, let's go to our map quick and see where we think.
That's a 7. Oh, that's a 17. Yes.
17. You don't know. So it could be like here in the middle of this like like that's an island. It's accessible by water. It could be anywhere along the coast. From that description, it could be like a secret stronghold in one of these coastal cities, maybe.
Okay.
It could be anywhere along the coast as well. You don't have you don't have enough information to like narrow it down specifically. This area, this like black area near the Sea of Steam, is called the Sprawl and is a very dense packet of ruins that sprawls off, and it hasn't been like reclaimed by nature yet. It's more of a hostile, old world ecology there. That's where dinosaurs live. You've heard.
Can you ping it again, please?
Down in the bottom right hand corner.
Okay.
The little black part that looks like Mordor.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll ask him. Who are we getting these supplies from? It's assassination stuff. I mean, who's supplying us with that?
Interests? I don't ask.
Hey, come on, buddy.
Say what?
You don't really know?
I mean,
Interests. I mean, what does that even mean?
like sometimes I see like symbols on our crates from Forge Fire, which is
Okay.
Forge Fire is a country in the center of the continent. It's like a city built into a volcano. But merchants.
Huh.
We also,
Alright.
steal a lot. Good for business,
True. I love stealing.
isn't it?
I love stealing and being a bad guy and doing crime. Have I told you about how much I love fascism?
Clip it.
No, thank you. Who and these poisons, these supplies? Who are you planning to use them on? Just the 5, or like who's our next target? I've got my own loop. I'm a bit out of the larger one.
Well, we got to clear like the way forward. So we hit the cities pretty hard. The next thing that they're going to try to do is spring up an army around us, I think. So we're putting assassins and things in all the major cities so that we can, cut off their leadership before they can organize.
Good. I love this
I don't
plot.
know what he wants with this whole big book thing. It's a little weird.
Big book?
Well, yeah, the book and the orders. You got the orders, right?
Oh, the black book that the 5 are
The reason
carrying.
he wants these like 5 schmucks.
Oops. Yeah.
Schmooks.
Oh, those schmucks. I hate them. Oh, I think about killing them every night in the most evil way possible.
All right.
Were you Shine?
9.
What were you at St. Gertrude?
No.
Were you
No,
involved with
they
that
went
at all?
to some elite forces for that.
Ah.
But by that time I was already stationed in Rainmere.
The Reginald there, the steward, he was helping us, right?
I don't know.
Does anybody know what happened to him? You probably don't.
The guy, I heard he fought back all right. He's kind of like a hero now in St. Gertrude.
Huh?
He like organized.
Didn't his tower crumble?
Yeah, but like he's still alive and he organized a response.
Taking a mental note of this. I'll mind link to Pavel. Like anything else, and then I'll hand him over to you.
Pavel goes
can't-
like,
Okay. Well, I'll like motion to Sir Gwydion and sort of like beckon him over.
Hello, friend.
And Eidolon, and anybody who's strong. And I'll be like, well, thanks for the chat, friend, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to knock you out now. And I'll just give them the signal to just bash his head.
And
I'm already
I-
reaching out to like shake his hand.
Bonus action to make my thing reappear in my hand.
okay.
Pummel him to paste. Don't kill him, please. But
We'll call this a surprise. So, Sir Eidolon, you go first, and then he'll go and surprise will fall off, and then everyone else can go.
All right, so bonus action to have my halberd reappear in my hand. 2 weapon attacks, non-lethal. First one at advantage. That's going to be 25.
Yep.
Curse damage is going to be 9.
Okay.
And then packed weapon attack at advantage again. With a crit.
Yay.
And so that's going to be curse damage, and I'm going to roll 1 extra d10.
oh my god.
So that
How are you-
second hit is going to be 20. So I think I knocked him out.
You do. Yeah,
Okay.
How do you deal non-lethal damage with the halberd? Are you hitting him like with the stick part?
With the pummel,
Okay.
pummel and like
so
flat end of the halberd.
We're gonna have to knock you out, and you go.
Sometimes you can strangle somebody with the pull end. Like
there's a lot of ways
that
you can
too.
do it.
Cool.
Yep, and he slumps down against the well.
Okay, I'll stand up and sort of like shake myself off and be like, ugh, always weird. Never get used to it.
Pavel will come out of his like little like hiding spot, like give you one of these.
I'll give him a smug little bow.
Very well handled. That was really impressive. So let's go. Let's tie this guy up and leave him outside the dungeon, and then we'll discuss on how to get your friend out of the pit you left him in.
I'm gonna search him for any message, any of the sending stones.
Yeah, he does have a sending stone.
Okay, I'll take that from him, so we can't talk to his buddies.
He's got a sending stone on him, a short sword, and a light crossbow.
I'll just take this. I mean, they're gonna take his weapons anyway, so.
Yeah. The party goes with Pavel to drop off the body of this shady individual, and he says, "I'll meet you back at the Boar's Tusk in like half an hour. I gotta go get some stuff from my safe house. We need the counterfeit gold. What else do we need?"
Assassination tools?
Yes. Disguises, if you have any. False documents that could help us get into the arena. Anything, really.
You didn't blow your cover from before down there, did you?
No, that's just the thing. They will be expecting me to be there at least. I think the rest of you could be.
I mean, we're just your entourage. It would make sense for us to come with you. Yeah.
Yes. So.
And we did purchase. I just think the
boy.
The boy, yes.
The boy.
While he looks like Whitescales, we must remember that he is indeed not Whitescales.
I'm appreciating Jason's commitment to roleplay and that he has lighted himself in such a way where he is white currently, right now. He's white.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it might be useful to have disguises if we need to slip something on when we're running away, but I think it's just the fake gold.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe an escape in the off chance.
Yeah, do you have like a helicopter or something?
Do you have any?
Oh, a helicopter. Yeah, I got plenty. Yeah, here.
Would you have any contacts on?
What about brooms of flying?
No, nothing like that.
Would have been nice.
I do have.
Do you have any contacts in the Shadowport that we could call on?
I can get a boat ready for us to meet us outside.
That would be ideal, I think, because I fear the carriage ride is so long, and I think we would be chased. Not that we would be chased on a boat, but it might be swifter.
I think depending on how loud we go, we're going to be chased anyway. So
yes, so I think the boat might be better there.
All right, so
we're taking our horses correct this time, so that way we don't need to take a carriage.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna, because like we have to do the special way in and out. Like if those people try to stop us, it's gonna take a long time to get the horses out of like the cave. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, the horses are coming.
One horse.
Okay.
Maybe one horse, maybe your war horse, but we should probably.
Let's put the horses on a boat. Can we do that? We compromise.
Wait, what's the benefit of that?
Well,
we have horses for later.
Do we need horses for later?
I don't think we need horses for this. But whatever.
All right, so what is it's going through the cave again, going into the Shadowport? I know there's the long carriage ride, but that's what the horses would be. I don't recall the...
Oh, that's actually a good point, is that if we took all the horses to the mouth of the cave and tied them up there, that would be a good way to quickly escape. We'd have to run them for like an hour, though.
It's not like a mouth, though. We had to go through like the fake storage unit speakeasy. So that if they knew that we were running from something, they would hold us up.
Well, isn't there another way in then?
There's the boat. That would be the best way to escape, yeah.
Yeah.
That should be our route in and out
So,
then, rather than.
Well, why not both? Let's have the horses outside the cave in case we need to go up that way, and then the.
Well, how are we gonna go back and get the horses?
Well, they're horses.
Okay.
This.
If we're quite honest, we didn't really pay much for them.
Well, I didn't, but I think that one of us would find the horse they just thought to miss if we did that. So I think the boat might be ideal.
I
don't think.
I think we should do both.
Plan B is good. Yeah, it's good to have a plan B.
Okay.
Isn't there a boat down there that we should be investigating anyways?
Yes.
True.
Perhaps we would have time beforehand.
And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll provide the necessary components for you to try and bail Whitescales out. But I'm going to try to spend the majority of my time sneaking around the docks and seeing what I can find on.
I don't know, Pavel. I feel like we should focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah,
I'll really use you in this.
I'm not gonna. I want to help you out, but this whole Whitescales thing is kind of a you problem. So I'll push forward the main. I'll push forward the main objective, and then at the very least, if you can't achieve this thing with Whitescales, then at least I'll be able to get away with the real prize.
Will you make the delivery of the gold then if you're headed back down there tonight?
I thought we were all going tonight.
Yes.
Hold on, I thought we were going back tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow during the match.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go tomorrow.
I need a rest.
Well, the gold needs to be there, I believe, tonight.
I will bring the gold to your tavern, okay?
Okay, and then I can go back down and deliver it.
Didn't he say that he just wanted the gold before the fight started?
I thought he said to get it to him that day.
No, he said he could wait for you to settle your affairs, but the gold must be seen before the fight begins.
Yeah, that's why I thought it needed to be there like ASAP.
Well,
the fight's not until tomorrow anyway.
Okay. If no one else thinks it's an issue, then that's fine. We'll just take it.
Okay. Well, I'll meet you at the Boar's Tusk with the counterfeit gold, some disguises, and the name of the boat that you can look for off the coast of the Shadowport. Okay.
Good. Thank you. And we will see you tomorrow.
Well, tonight I'm dropping off the
tonight. Tonight, yeah. Right.
We're gonna do great.
It started late at night too, so.
Yeah.
The party head back to the Boar's Tusk. Any last bit of business to do there or on the way?
How much does a shield cost, approximately?
25 gold, I believe.
25 gold? How much gold does Whitescales have left?
We should talk about the assassination plan, but I don't know if we need to do that right now.
We probably should.
Okay, yeah.
The night before.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till. Let's wait till we're in a quiet space. Don't trust
we'll
these streets.
gather in one of the rooms.
Okay.
Snow, you fought in the arena, yes?
Not yet.
Do you
Have you
know?
seen it?
Yeah. Do you know its layout, even just vaguely?
A little bit.
Do you know if Raylan watches it from like a private viewing box or something?
It's not really a private viewing box. It's more a upper balcony, I suppose.
Somewhere high up where a fall would be bad for him. Yes.
I don't think it would kill him. I think it would knock him into the arena.
Well, that's also good. If we can knock him directly into the arena, then whatever monster that Whitescales is fighting could be sick on him as well.
Or Whitescales himself.
But does he have as a cleric? He has an assigned spot that we can expect to find him in, particularly because he's sponsoring the match. So we won't have to look for him, right?
I'm not sure, if I'm being honest.
Well, We should proceed as if this is going to be true. I have a way. I don't know if I have the strength for it. If there's a way maybe to enhance my strength, that would be good. But I have a way to, if I can go off the top of the balcony with him, and I will be fine. I can turn into a cloud of mist and get away.
Well, let's first examine our options. There are two main types of assassinations. The most efficient is always to be discreet, to make everyone think that it was accidental, or even better, a natural cause. It's the safest way to do things where no one thinks anyone is amiss.
We did just get 2 vials of poison.
At least I will be suspected because of the match that I am sponsoring. So this will be difficult to do it discreetly because any chance of Raylan's death attention will be drawn back to me. So that leads to the next kind, a frame-up. Now, we've just received a dagger and poison that belong to a certain organization that it might be valuable to frame up. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
I could disguise myself as a red palm easily.
That's brilliant.
So, Jake, as I was looking through poisons, I just wanted to know what kind of poison this is. Inhalation, you have to drink it. Is this wound?
It's a basic wound poison.
Okay.
Is there anything special about the dagger?
Is it?
No.
Is it the kind of poison that would kill somebody if they drank it?
It wouldn't be good to drink. It'd probably just do the poison damage that it does. It's like 1d4.
Okay. Oh, that's
it's not a lot of poison damage.
But would he be poisoned? Because that would also be helpful.
Yes, I would say he's poisoned.
Okay, because that would give him disadvantage on stuff, which is good.
He's got a lot of bodyguards as well. Snow, would you happen to know, besides Whitescales, who else Raylan looks to for protection?
No. He has many people surrounding him at all times. I don't know if those are guards or patrons of his. I do assume that he has plenty of armed guards, though. Most of the people there do.
And the other people are just buyers who'd probably want to run away if they saw something amiss. So we don't have to worry about them.
Some of them may even take the opportunity to relinquish their rivals.
Wait, are you saying that there are people in the arena that we could get to help us?
It's definitely possible. There's a lot of politics that get played down there.
But we might not have time to ferret them out. I think I'm coming into mind of 2 possible strategies I think would work. Would be to perhaps poison or somehow incapacitate Raylan, cause him to cough, and then fall over the balcony into the stadium, and then hope or ensure that he does not make it out. This would not really put the blame on anyone, I think might be the best way to avoid suspicion. Or we could have someone in the guise of a Red Palm agent murder him directly, possibly stab him, maybe throw him over the balcony as well for effect, and then set the Gilded Cage and the Red Palm off each other. Now, I don't know in the long run how long this would last. I think
the DM is nodding at this and thinking.
I would also like to bring it up that while we think about this, someone also has to go and get the contract and make sure that it doesn't fall into the many-faceted, the faceted ring? The faceted cage?
The many-faceted ring.
The many-faceted ring's possession.
Well, that surely will cause everyone to realize that we were the ones who were involved. So perhaps subtlety is not needed. Perhaps it would be best to frame the Red Palm, in the confusion, grab the scroll and make our way out. Because I too fear that Raylan or the Gilded Cage do not honor the contract, but when it's missing, they will know immediately what we've done. So,
what would happen in the Shadowport if we caused a slight pandemic scare?
Panic?
Could we use that?
Possible to take advantage of that. We could do that. Actually,
do we have any bile on us?
We could get Whitescales blood.
Snow would probably know that the Shadowport does traffic in bile.
The Shadowport does traffic in bile.
Hey, come again? Say that. So, wait, what? Sorry.
There's bile trafficking down there.
Oh, they traffic in bile in the Shadowport, is what you're saying to me?
Yes.
Got it.
Well, if
I no longer.
Ashrin, roll a history check, please.
Yeah.
So another idea of something that would help make it look like an accident is that if we poisoned him and made him lose his footing a little bit, in such a way where I, in my disguise, toppled over the balcony along with him, it just looked like we both went over together, but I would be helping him a little bit, of course. That would help us be more subtle if that's what we're going for.
21. So the thing
Yeah.
is, Ashrin, that the Shadowport traffics in bile.
So there's one thing I know about bile, and that it's trafficked in the Shadowport.
Yeah, I just said that.
Excuse me, Snow, I don't know how many assassinations you've been involved in, but we're trying to save our friend Whitescales right now. So yes, it would be, perhaps we could just get bile into Raylan's
Make him drink it?
Yes, have him
That
go
would
bad.
be excellent.
Push
If
him
we
out.
did,
That would
if we
also
did,
cause. I don't. What about like? Because that might.
I
put his
really
name
like
in-
framing the red palm. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. But I will
I
do
want
any
to
of these
frame the
sounds
red
fun.
palm,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Any of
I
these
could
are
go up there dressed as a Red Palm member and splash the bile in his face and say, "Long live the Red Palm," and then
a
escape.
little bit of everything. Yeah.
I don't want to cause an outbreak. Is the thing. I don't want to be.
I do believe that was an outbreak.
don't know if I don't really have any apprehension of causing an outbreak among criminals.
I suspect
No. It's
will
all
spread
mixed
very
up down there.
quickly.
Whitescales, our friend,
not
was
if we
part of
push
this
him
whole
down
world.
into the arena. Then he would be, if we poisoned him directly, pushed him down into the arena, he would not have the chance to infect anyone else. And then I assume, because the Shadowport traffics in bile, they have some containment procedures when this sort of thing happens.
That's
So that's the reason why he was pushed down in the first place, is because he was sick
Yes.
and we needed to get away from him.
Yes.
and we had to protect our ladies, Lady Ashrin.
Yes.
When
Right. This is
Jake,
so
when
elaborate.
I saw Raylan, did I get the impression that he was very strong? Like how is he hard to knock over? Does he have a really solid center of gravity?
Is he a nerf boy?
He looks like a slight, like noble-y sort.
Is he like
He's not like
dad
buff at all.
bod?
He's not.
He's like-
he's not buff.
Is he dad bod?
Barely.
Okay, he's got some punch.
He's like wiry.
Okay. Do we have any potions that can enhance strength? Did we get rid of those points?
I have a mystery one that we don't know what it does. I should get on that checked out the other day. I forgot. I do think that spreading discord between the Gilded Cage and the Red Palm could be valuable to us in the long run.
Yes, that
So
should be
I-
part of whatever we do.
Yeah. So I think something like we have someone in the guise of the Red Palm come up, poison Raylan, then we are forced to push him over the edge. Or they could just stab Raylan at that point. Well, if they poisoned him, then his own bodyguards would abandon him, I assume.
Well, I
Would
think
that be-
poisoning him with the bile is if we can keep him from starting an outbreak, which I would really not like to be responsible for. That would be the best option because it would make it so that people would. Yeah, it would make it more likely that people would turn against him or not be wanting to help him.
Yes. So, now we must determine how we would administer it to him. Generally, you could use food or drink, but I don't know very much about Raylan's habits, or more directly, mage hand, though that would require some very deft hands to not be spotted. Do people eat at these sorts of things? They like snack? Don't know.
Have some churros.
I think this might be a heat of the moment kind of situation. You know, the bile works very quickly.
Well,
Yes,
if we
but
could find a way to integrate ourselves into the waitstaff and bring him the wine ourselves, he would have no reason to suspect it.
Okay,
Not
perhaps
it.
that's best.
Not it. That seems very elaborate.
I mean,
thought
I
that you
can.
got a roll.
You're
we didn't-
asking not it, and the suit of armor is definitely going to blend in well as Waitstaff.
Ashern and I can disguise ourselves.
Ashrin needs to be
I
present.
think my absence would cause more suspicion than pushing him over
true.
the edge.
Well, you can be
but-
present at the beginning, and then vanish.
I don't believe
He just needs
that
to
will
see
work.
that you're there. I don't know if he's going to want to watch the
If-
fight with you. Maybe he will.
If there's anything with nobility in court, if a certain noble wishes to make a wager, I would expect that noble to be present throughout the entire battle of Whitescales to see
It
the
would be
outcome.
suspicious. It would be
Okay.
suspicious if I was not
So
available.
it's me then.
But a handy distance away from all sorts of knives and pushing.
You a handy distance away from knives and pushing?
Yes, because that would be the most suspicious thing if I sat in the box next to him and pushed him over the side. Unless we handle it quite delicately and infect him with the plague, and I'm given no choice but to save everyone in the box by sending him over.
Well, if you find it needful, if we manage to infect him successfully, I myself am more than welcome to push him over. I have ability to not get infected with humanity's diseases.
True. And you could be with him on the balcony. You could say, "Hold on, I'm piecing something together now. Ashern and Eidolon, you can watch the fight with him from the viewing box
Mm-hmm.
balcony. I could come on to there with the poisoned wine, serve it to him, and he starts going blah blah blah, blah. And Eidolon says, "I will handle this. I am immune," and pushes him over the balcony.
I meant Whitescales has to deal with it. Well, at the very least, he should be killed anyway. Yes, I think this might be the best, though it is remiss that we could not organize the red bomb in there.
What if Whitescales just wins the fight?
That's what I was saying, but none of you, that's...
I don't even say. I have utter faith that Whitescales can defeat this person.
The problem would be the contract at the end. I don't think that Raylan would respect our agreement.
And we're using counterfeit gold.
Yes.
Keep in mind, this is a down payment for the purchase of
Well, I should be
Whitescales
getting
wins.
it back when he wins, but that's...
Yes, no?
No, the 7,000 was the payment for Whitescales, down put on if the wager made it through, was it not?
Yes. No. It was I was waging 7,000 for Whitescales to win. If he does win, then I'm supposed to get my gold back, I believe.
Well,
have to check
yes,
that paper over.
Snow, you
Okay.
do have something to say, lad?
You're raising his hand.
You need the contract, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know where it is?
It's Raylan's office.
Are you sure of that?
Not quite.
Do you have more information where these contracts are held?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was in his office. It seems like you don't have a lot of information to go on with that plan.
Welcome to the
If-
group.
Who's
Whitescales did win the fight, you would see it physically presented and potentially would have a window of opportunity to kill Raylan yourself.
But then we have to rely on him to win the fight, and I don't suspect Raylan has the honor to put him up against a fair opponent. Whitescales is strong, but I don't know if he can do it himself.
Well, we can procure the bile. We can have it ready if we see that Whitescales is in a dangerous fight with who knows what could be down there. We take out our plan, and if we find that he's doing better than we
Yes,
expected,
we should gauge the success of the fight before we make any sort of move. Yes.
Thought your concern was that Raylan would not honor the deal, and that's why it would be best to kill him.
Well,
Because
he wouldn't honor the deal. He wouldn't honor the deal, but he wouldn't be that brash to go back on his word out in public. He would probably take us back into his private office.
God, I wish we could just burn his whole empire down.
Me too. Snow, the bile that they traffic in the Shadowport. Do you know how much it goes for?
Would I know that?
Not a lot. They Snow would have seen the way that they harvest it, and they basically take a whole bunch of infected rats and tie them up onto slats and then let it just drip down.
Cool.
Flat.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, perhaps we should just let Whitescales do his thing, and then if things go wrong, then we do the assassination.
Yes.
Yeah,
And-
I feel that's the best method, but
Yeah, and in
Let
that,
Whitescales do his thing.
Mhm.
Probably end up having to kill Raylan in the end, anyways, but maybe not. Free all the slaves.
So, oh,
See, that's
God. Okay.
so Gwydion. That is a bit more than I think we can handle today.
But what if it wasn't?
Here's a picture of what I'm putting together here. So I am disguised as one of the waitstaff. I don't even need to ingratiate myself with them or anything. I just need to look like one of them. I have a platter, 2 glasses of wine, one with the bile, one without. I have them hidden somewhere nearby. I am close to the viewing box. I can establish a link with you, Ashrin, so our minds can speak. You tell me, you give me a signal. Maybe it is a clown noise, but only in the head. You say,
you not use words.
you could also use words. And
Okay.
I walk and deliver the wine, and you say a toast to your victory, Raylan. You clink your glasses and drink, and then we do what we need to do. That is the order of things. And then we need to get the contract. I don't know how we will do that.
I think it would
Maybe
be
in the
best to have
chaos. Maybe in the chaos we can get it. But
What did
a reserve team of perhaps you and Sir Gwydion could head in. I think Eidolon would be difficult to smuggle out of the stadium, and I certainly would be suspected if I ran to a back office when this first occurred. Yes, no.
yes.
We don't have a lot of information to go on, and we're getting very detailed here. I don't think it will go as we plan.
I don't either, but I think this is better than no plan at all. I suspect things to go poorly, and that we'll have to fight our way out, but we'll get there when we get there.
My dear Snow, I've learned one thing about this group. Only one thing, is that we plan, we get into action, nothing ever goes into plan, and we improvise. However, it works.
Not be easier than to improvise in the moment. It seems like we're talking a lot and not getting anywhere.
We're about
Yes.
to go somewhere.
And go somewhere we do. We're going to switch cameras over to Whitescales quick.
Cool.
He spends his night uneventfully in the cages of the Shadowport. Who's rolling dice? I didn't ask you to roll dice.
I'm typing out the plan.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's just the dice rolling sound. Whitescales is in like the dingy, moist dungeon. He's surrounded by the sound of quiet sobbing as a bunch of these Tabaxi women await whatever fate waits them tomorrow after the pit fight. One of the ones across from you has this very matted black fur. It looks like she wasn't taken care of very well. None of them seem to be taken care of very well. And she's gonna lean through the bars and just say, "Hello, can you hear me?"
Yes, I can.
You're not like the rest of us here. You chose to go into the cage. Why did you do that?
To earn my freedom, hopefully.
That is something that you can do.
I suppose we'll find out tomorrow.
Do you have... you are a slave here, but you have influence?
A bit more than most. Although I don't know how far that goes now.
If you could help us, please. We need your help. They're going to sell us off and split our clan. The men are below, and they're going to be working in the tunnels, and we'll be sent away to who knows where to have our children.
Yes. And it's worth mentioning that Whitescales wouldn't be directly looking at her for most of this. He would look up and kind of like actually look at her. Yes. I will try my best.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Tenga.
Tenga. I will remember that.
What is yours?
Well, they, and I'll kind of like gesture to everything around me. They call me Whitescales.
You do not have a name of your own?
Not yet.
Anyone give you one?
No. No. Although, being here is bringing back a memory. Faintly in the back of my mind.
If you don't remember it, maybe I can help pick one out for you.
Thank you. Thank you. That would be nice.
She just spends a little bit of time like looking at you, trying to figure you out and consider you. Do you say anything else to her?
No, I don't think so. Maybe just very small, few words here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do take a lot of time kind of staring back at her and looking around at the rest of the women nearby, really taking in where I am.
They all, there's about 5 cells to a wall here, so there's a total of 10 cells here in the one. There seems to be 8 of the women here, and they, at Tanga's starting of the conversation, they've got their faces pressed up against the bars and are trying to see what she sees in you.
Okay. Yeah. I will do my best.
Okay. It is hard to hope, but I will.
Thank you.
Good night, Whitescales.
Good night, Tenga.
She shuffles over to her cot and lays down. And that's where we'll take a break. Back at 7:38. We'll probably flash forward right to the pit fighting scene as the group figures out their approach there and takes stock of the actual battlefield. And we will see you at 7:38. See you then.
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's kill some guys.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
right,
Can
so-
you make the clown noise again? Goodbye.
The worst part was when I looked it up on YouTube, there was like a regular clown nose, but because I wasn't ready, like I just had the phone on my desk, I accidentally touched the one with the Pepe clown on it.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no!
We're still live, everybody.
we are still live.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know
going
that.
in the clown noise. Clown noise, clown noise, clown noise, clown
I will
noise.
not
Do it,
have
do
the-
it, do it.
Let's continue the pre-show discussion about Elon Musk's kid.
Oh god!
Okay, chat, Twitch
Yeah, we
chat,
are.
please sound off on XAEA12. Thank you.
Heading on to break. Back at 7:40. Welcome back, everybody. So when we last left off, the gang had decided that they were going to try to assassinate Raylan after, or depending on the results of Whitescales' success in the pit fight. They are doing their final preparations for the night. We join Glimmer in his room as he begins to cast a spell.
Okay. I will cast sending. I have 25 words I'll say. We have a plan. If your fight goes poorly, we will poison Raylan with bile and push him into the pit. Then we'll run away. I don't know how we're going to get Whitescales as we're running away, but we'll figure it out.
And I get 25 words to respond, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Update. I have 2 free. These people caged with me.
You're rhyming so far, which I like.
Yeah. Make the necessary accommodations, and that will be
great.
The end of it.
Well, that was my last 3rd level slot on that. So cool. I will inform the rest of the group that Whitescales wants to free other people. I guess it's something we'll just have to take in stride.
Gwyn nods, goes back into his room, and you hear "fuck yes" from behind the door.
Gwyn does Taibo for the rest of the night.
I'm gonna have a headache. This is not how you plan an assassination at all with these last-minute changes.
I know.
But you can't get another message to him, so we'll just take it in stride, I suppose.
Have you planned an assassination before, Lady
That's
Ashram?
not important right now. This is about Whitescales.
Oh, wait, hold on. If you have, then you have expertise that you could provide to us. It would be useful.
I gave you much expertise through my readings and things. But yes, good night. I'm going to bed.
So off camera, we did a little bit of more preparatory work. So we're going to glaze over some things. But Pavel and the party with Snow in tow went back to the Shadowport through the land route. They brought their horses all the way down towards the edge of the cave. And now they are they have bought 2 vials of the Plague of Madness for potential poisonings, and we're going to head over right to the pit fight. So Whitescales, you're greeted in the morning with a very hearty breakfast. In the hands of Raylan. He opens up the little spot underneath your cage and slides through it, slides it underneath, and says, big day today.
As many before.
Well, eat up for your strength. I'd hate to see you bleed out against this opponent. He is quite formidable.
Any information you'd like to give me now?
No, not at all.
I don't think so. Thank you very much, Raylan.
I'll be back to pick you up in 10 minutes time. Meet up. He gives you the time to eat and then returns with the keys and lets you out of your cage. The Tabaxi woman, Tanga, watches your departure with concern and just a little tinge of hope as you walk out of her field of view.
As I'm walking away, I want to make eye contact with her and just give her a nod.
She it's hard for her to smile, but she gives a little a nod back. The pit itself is set within the cave of the Shadowport, the main area. It's kind of in the center, right in front of the auction house, probably about 100 feet away. It's got low, open air stands like you would see in a Greek amphitheater. And the pit is just a bunch of sand that's long since been stained red your blood and the blood of your enemies as well. Raylan moves you over to the prep room. There's on either side of the pit, there's a small like caged door where animals or various fighters are meant to do their preparation. It's an interior that you've seen many a time. Do you have any preparations before you're brought out?
Not particularly. If possible, I would like to rage just before the start of the combat. But other than that, no, I think I'm good. I don't really have anything that I need to prep.
Okay. For everyone else, you do your preparation work within the shadow port, and you are ushered over to the pit fighting ring. Snow is right. There's like a little like jutting tower in one corner of the pit where Raylan sits. He's in like a bigger chair and flanked by two guards, and he's up there. There's probably about like 6 square feet, 6 squares, we'll just call them squares, of like space up at the top, and there's like a little table next to him, and he's currently drinking wine. He doesn't seem to have spotted you yet.
So I would be separate from the group. Can I say that I bought like a bottle of wine and 2 nice chalices? I can mark off gold if you want me to.
Yes, please mark off the gold.
How much?
For a nice bottle of wine?
Yeah, and two like a bottle of wine and chalices that would fit his tastes.
For that total, we'll call it 25 gold.
Okay.
Can we get a custom red palm on the bottom of the poisoned one?
No.
You want to like paint a little red palm on the bottom?
I'll prestidigitate one. I'll do it. Oh, go away. Fuck.
I will, and then I will size up. Like, there's like I'm assuming there's like a serving staff here. People who are, I don't know, there's like a concessions staff. Are there people like handing out things and like?
Yeah, for sure.
A uniform that it would make sense for me, like somebody putting down drinks in front of you and be like, "Oh, there's my drinks."
There's not a uniform per se. There's just like people in like shabbier clothes serving people in finer clothes.
Okay, I will, with enough, like I'll start it with enough time so that the hour covers the whole duration of the fight. I'll find a secluded place and I'll disguise self to look like a human, no horns, with those like that dress. And I will position myself like somewhere close by is there like something I can hide the platter and the chalices and the wine underneath? And I can put it under my seat or something? I want to stay like within sight of the tower, but not so close that like I would draw any particular attention to myself.
Huh?
I want to like be close to the tower so that when Asher gives me the signal, I can go up and serve the drinks quickly. But I don't want to be like looming over it so that I draw attention to myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to like, as part of your disguise, like try to get into like where the people are serving food and like work the area of the stands next to it?
As long as I can do that and stay and keep tabs on my special wine and on
you can
stuff in the
can
tower,
store
then,
the wine, like you can kind of try to secrete it onto your body, and you got the chalices like in your like little messenger sack as well. And give me a deception check as you like approach like the concession stand.
Is it just regular or is it advantage?
Damn, that guy does look kind of imposing.
Does the disguise give me advantage or is it just regular?
It's just regular.
That's a 9.
Let's see, they're one of the guy working the concession stand is about to hand you your like little tray of hot dogs before he takes a squint at you and it's like, I don't think I recognize you. Are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna try. I'm trying to appear very nervous. I'm like, sorry, it's my first day. I should use a different voice actually. So I'm using my regular American voice.
I'm sorry. I really don't.
Sorry,
think...
I'm George. I'm really nervous about this, but I just give me a chance.
Make a persuasion check.
Whee.
At disadvantage.
No.
Uh-oh. No. He takes a hot dog from the hot dog slinging bin and he tosses it at your chest and says, "Yeah, get lost, you beggar. You can have this one on the house." Trying to steal all my hot dogs, and he dismisses you out of the way.
Okay.
So you're just gonna have to make like a stealth check to avoid detection and find that sweet spot.
Okay. Do you want me to make that now?
Yes.
Okay. Whee! 22. Oh God.
Cool. Raylan greets Ashrin and Eidolon and Sir Gwydion. As they approach his tower, there's a chair for Ashrin next to Raylan. The table where the wine is between the two of you, and the guards flank either side, and they kind of seem very open to Gwydion and Eidolon standing next to them. Raylan pulls Ashrin in for the old hand kiss.
I take it very gracefully. I'm sorry, I'm Cashrin today. That's what the documents say.
Oh, okay, Cashrin.
That's noble Cashrin. And I don't know if we're doing a Skype talk now, but before we split up, I would like to tell Glimmer, if he can, to tell Whitescales to stay within 30 feet of me if he needs help.
Okay, hold on, because I'll make our mind link like once we get all in position, so you can talk to me at any point.
I would have told you this like last night if you have a chance to talk to Whitescales.
Yeah.
Whitescales, so.
Is there any way I can like filter through the stands and get within 30 feet of Whitescales? Like looking like I'm just wandering around.
I believe, yeah, like throughout it, like you can, with that stealth check especially, you're like really good at blending with the crowd. I think like as long as you're on the like exterior of the thing, yeah, you can get like most places. So if you just stay on Whitescale's side of the arena, you should be fine.
Okay. What do you want me to tell him again?
If he needs aid, such as healing or, that other thing, a little bit more discreet, to stay within 30 feet of me.
Are you going to be healing him during the fight?
If it comes down to it, he's about to die.
Okay, that might not be very discreet, but okay.
No, that's why I'm saying in emergency.
All right. So yeah, I'll switch the link to Whitescales and tell him that. And I'll say, good luck, friend.
Thank you.
We have your back.
I appreciate it.
And
Good
then I'll
stretches.
go back to position, relink with Ashrin and chill.
Raylan will lean over to Ashrin and say, well, I hope you're ready for a good show. I chose a very imposing figure to use on my side of the thing, so I think you should at least be walking away with all your money today.
Sorry, could you explain that to DM?
Say what?
Wouldn't I lose the money if he lost the fight?
No, you'd lose the money if Whitescales won, because you'd be Whitescales.
I didn't understand what we were talking about yesterday.
This is his way of gloating that you're not gonna get what you want.
Okay. I am curious though, was it a champion or a beast that you've picked for today, if you may indulge me?
As these things go, a little bit of both.
White.
Raylan stands up from his chair and starts to make an announcement to the people gathered. There's a lot of interest in the show. A lot of people show up in various states of dress, nobles waiting for the auction to start, bodyguards, rogues, people that would work in the shipyard. Almost everyone has like an interest in this. The crowd's at least like 50 strong. As Raylan stands up and makes a big announcement and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am pleased to treat you to another duel with my noble and loyal servant, Whitescales. The match that you are about to see today will perhaps be Whitescales' hardest, as he faces a true fiend. Without further ado," he lifts his hands and the gates begin to open. Whitescales, you can psych yourself up, so you can consider yourself raging. I'm not going to like count the time for like attacking, so you can be raging. You step out onto the sands to see the crowd cheering as they normally do. You look up to your right and you can see Ashrin seated next to Raylan. Raylan gives you a cheeky little smile and a wave. Glimmer is shooting you worried glances from somewhere in the stands, and when you see him, he disappears back into the crowd that he's making his business of winding his way through. Mm-hmm. The other gate on the other side opens, and out steps a massive individual. He has to duck underneath the arc of the door.
Oh God.
He's got a huge chunk of like metal mask nailed into like his skull. His skin is dark red, and as he walks through the sand, his footprints catch the bottom of the sand on fire a little bit. His arms are covered and wrapped in massive chains, and he's got like two like meat hooks that come off of them.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Let's go.
Time to fight the butcher, baby.
And Raylan will take out a feather from his like pocket and say, when the feather touches the sand, both combatants will fight to the death.
As before that happens, just kind of want to look at the opponent and just shut over to him for honor and blood. Great.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Right.
The feather drifts down to the sand, and as just the very tip of it grazes one of the sandy dunes at the bottom of the pit, both fighters leap into an action. Roll initiative. Everyone else can roll initiative too, and I'll just skip your turn until you tell me you want to interject something.
19.
Okay. DM scrolls over to his notes.
I have not. Disgusting. I have a +3, and this is the lowest I've ever rolled.
I always roll low.
Whitescales, that puts you up first as you leap into action.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I want to move there. And then I'll throw a javelin.
Okay.
At him. Yeah, that's probably not going to do it. That's snow. That's not Whitescales.
What did we do with Snow?
No, wait, yeah. What is Snow doing right now? I need you to tell me.
Did we bring him?
No, he's taking care of the horses.
Okay.
Okay,
be
that's
vibing.
good.
Yeah.
6. 14. 14. Yeah.
14 doesn't hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You got 2 attacks, though.
Yeah. I'm going to throw my other javelin as well. Yeah, that's probably going to hit. It's a 19.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over 20. Okay, cool. It's a javelin. 6. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Anything else in your turn?
Then I would like to frenzy.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That will end my turn.
So, before your turn ends, oh no, never mind. The javelin launches from your hand. It sticks into his shoulder. It comes back a little bit, and then he just continues to move forward like the Terminator. He is going to step over into the center of the ring, and he winds up his arm and launches one of the chains that are that's on his arm towards you. Let's see. That doesn't hit. So you managed to duck underneath that little bit of chain. He, as you're ducking over, he lets the chain on his left arm go a little bit, and he whips it up, and it uppercuts you on the chin. A 25, I assume, hits you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel that hook get in, like, to your cheek.
Ugh.
Like it's like up here and into your jawbone a little bit, and he's pulling you almost like it's a leash. You are currently grappled.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's
On my turn, can I try to figure out what this thing is?
Sure.
What do I roll?
Well, hold on. Let me finish my turn first.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was done.
I didn't even do damage, dude.
Oh.
12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. Which would mean I take 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Glimmer.
What am I rolling?
Roll a religion check.
Eight.
No idea. It's definitely not human.
Okay.
Whitescales, I think it's your turn unless anyone else has anything to add.
I'm going to at least hold my action to attack. If I don't know if I could wait until I see that Whitescales is bloodied. In the
Okay.
same sense that like he loses half of his health points.
Yeah, you want that to be your trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? Cool. So, Whitescales, at the beginning of your turn, you take another 4 piercing damage as he pulls on the chain a little bit and it jerks your head forward. And I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw? All right. 13.
13. That just barely fails. You are frightened of this creature as the kind of spiky mask that he's wearing over top of his head shimmers and takes on the very familiar face of Raylan snarling and holding the chain that's in your cheek.
Oh no.
Just like before.
Great.
You're only frightened until the end of your turn.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense.
It is your turn.
All right, so I can't advance and I can't attack him.
Attack, it's at disadvantage if you have a ranged option.
Okay. I'm also grappled, so I can't move back.
So you're kind of like stuck in that spot. between,
Yeah.
like trying to run away, and you can't get close to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the chain and try to dislodge it.
Okay, make a
so you can't
athletics
breathe.
check
Athletics.
or an acrobatics check. Doesn't
No, it's definitely athletics. Definitely that one.
oof.
That's an 11.
11 doesn't do it.
Yep. All right. Is there something else that I can do here? I guess just to keep it, I'm gonna smack myself in the face, I guess.
Well, you took damage on the top of your turn from the.
Oh yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Right?
Yep,
Yeah.
And
yes,
I'm not when you're in this like pivotal scene, like your rage is just your like
Okay.
bipolar
Cool.
states.
Yeah, cool. Then
Limiting it.
yeah, then there's not a whole lot that I can do in this particular instance.
Okay.
And he's just right until the end of his turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Would it be possible for me to grab the chain and try to move him closer to me?
Yes, if you hadn't already used your action.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can take 2 actions a turn now, can't I?
No, it's 2 attacks per action.
Oh yes. All right.
An attack's a
Yep.
different thing.
Yeah. All right,
you
cool.
you would use one of your attack to like try to reel him in.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it is his turn. He's going to take the chain that's not currently hooked into you and try to get you in the spleen.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a noof.
So that one comes around your waist, and now you're more thoroughly lodged into it. Taking another 8 points of slashing damage, and now you're grappled from 2 different sources.
Gotcha. Okay. Still manageable.
Anyone else?
I will through my mind to Asher and say, I don't know how this is looking. What do you think?
Just give them another round. And I want to take out my arcane focus and kind of hold it in my palm, like casually, normally. Don't worry about it.
Raylan will look over to you and say, good luck, Charm. I don't think good luck's going to help you here.
Just a trinket when I supposed to be used to amuse myself, de-stress. You're quite right. It's not going quite as well as I hoped, but let's see where it goes.
Having known that was her focus, I'm now going to change up my action from holding it off in case Whitescales is bloodied to now whoever, if Ashrin or one of my teammates attacks first.
Okay.
I'll through my mind say, I'm waiting for the signal. You give it to me.
Give him another go.
It is your turn again, Whitescales. You got to make that fear check again. Okay, that passes.
Yeah, 18. All
You're
right.
now immune to the fear effect, and you can see what he is for what he is, a squealing ball of pain. So you're no longer frightened,
Cool.
and you're
All
immune
right.
to this effect.
This will change the tide of battle, as it were. I'm gonna move closer to him.
The chains go a little bit slack.
Yeah. Then I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
And I can attack him 3 times.
Yeah.
So this is the first attack. 17 and 5.
17 hits.
The last, yeah, I accidentally hit it 3 times. It hits. Excellent. Great sword. It's 11, 13 damage.
And you've got a magic greatsword now, right?
Yes.
13 damage.
For my first attack.
Okay.
All right, then my second, just still at advantage, 18. 25.
25 hits.
25 hits. Be 11 damage.
Okay.
And then for my final attack, 19, and that should be a crit. All right. Great Weapon Master. Oh wait,
No.
no, it's not. That's fine. Wait, do I not? Hold on. Sorry, I'm just making.
It's only for Hexblade's Curse and
Yeah.
Champion Fighter, I think, in 5e. Great
Uh,
Weapon Master lets you on a crit cleave.
Yeah. Yes. That is absolutely correct. Okay. Yeah. So 19. Then. Oh nope, that's not it. 11. 13 damage.
13 more damage. Big hits. 13 more. Wow. So you've done 37 damage in one round.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Cleaving into this guy, he looks bloodied as you take stroke after stroke of your greatsword. You get angry and more. How do I put it? Like twitchy, almost. And he is going to try to use one of his attacks to shove you into the sand. Lifts you up by the chains and slams them and tries to hit you into the ground. Make an athletics check, please.
Athletics. 17.
Okay. Ooh, okay, not good enough. You manage to land on your feet as he brings those chains around. He's going to unhook the one in your jaw and try to get it around your sword arm.
Okay.
It's like, that's just for flavor. 14?
Yeah. 14?
Yeah.
For his attack?
To hit, yeah.
Yeah, fails.
Oh, wait, it's at advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25 will hit, so you're twice again.
Ashton's gonna use her reaction to do Chrono Shift and zip back a little bit. Now, Jake, I'm gonna post the text for this ability in the in Roll20 because it nowhere does it say that anyone else can see this. Like, we've kind of been flavoring it that way, but I would just like to be yeah. So if we could have the big boy re-roll on that one, I'd love it.
I think that it's totally subtle. I don't think it has any components or any like.
Right, that's what I assumed.
It's like totally mental. So he rolls
Okay.
again.
Yep.
Okay. If he rolls at advantage, does he roll at advantage again, or he just rolls that 1d20 again?
I get to pick which one he re-rolls.
Oh. Yeah, big
Okay.
whoop.
Yeah.
So you get another one of these. 8 slashing damage. And at the start of your turn, you're going to take this much from like the chains like wrapping around you. And
Yeah. I'll take an additional. Yeah.
Okay.
How much are you at?
Right now,
Yeah.
34
Of what?
out of 50.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'm okay right now.
So hold on. I just want to pose a question to the table, which is that if Whitescales wins, you still have to hand over all that counterfeit gold.
Yeah.
So
we
what
should
are we
kill
doing?
him.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the terms.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
So I will actually, if you allow me, Jake, is it like my turn?
Yeah. So you guys like take your turn loosely.
Yeah. I'll say to Astrid, if he might win, if he does, we still have to hand over that gold. So what are we doing?
Perhaps it would be best to act soon.
So we're just doing it anyways?
Yeah, let's just do it. And then I'll just be like, Raylan, give her a toast. And then, like, make a gesture. You're disguised,
You're giving me the signal right now? Yeah, I'm in the stance. You can also give me a signal in my head.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I give you the clown noise.
Okay.
I'll give you the clown noise, and you come over with the wine, so it's normal.
Okay.
You
Do you want to have that happen next? Yeah.
You can have it happen next round.
Okay. I'll stand up and start heading my way over there.
Whitescales, it's your turn. You've managed to dig your feet into the sand and prevent yourself from being bullied by this bully.
Now I take the 9, right?
Yeah, now you take the 9.
Round down.
Round up. Everything round up.
Okay.
Right? DMs?
Yeah.
Council of DMs, I invoke you.
All right.
Round down.
It doesn't-
Mostly, yeah.
Round down's a general rule, but sometimes if it's against players, it's like,
Round down.
Round down. Okay. Cool. Changes it by 1 point. Okay. I'm gonna do. Wait a second. Never mind. I can wait. Okay. I'm gonna once again reckless attack because it works. D20. 20. Ooh. 11 for my first attack.
11 does not hit.
Yeah, didn't think so. All right, and then I'm gonna for my second. 15.
Go hit.
22. 17 damage.
Oh my god. Are you kidding, dude? What level are you?
Level 5.
Five.
Man.
All right.
All right. Now I'm gonna go for my final attack. It's 19.
19 hits.
19 hits. 14.
14 more damage. Yikers. 62. He's woozy, on his feet. He's not looking so good. It's his turn next. Glimmer is starting to move his way around the outside and up to the stands. He'll be there next turn. On his turn, he's going to try to do that same thing again. Please make an opposed athletics check to this.
12. Does not.
12.
Does not.
I'm gonna use my reaction to do Chronal Shift again. We're gonna. He goes to pick up Whitescales, and then and then you get to roll your check again.
DJ, run that back.
DJ, run that back.
What's your
alrighty.
total Whitescales?
My
You've got advantage because you're raging, by the way.
Oh yeah. So
Strength
for yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Let me roll that one more time. Then. 26, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man.
With advantage.
You can save your chronal shift, Ashrin. You don't
Great.
need it.
We re-fast forward back to normal time.
DJ, run that forward.
Okay, run that up.
He's
forget
going
that.
to drag you through the sand a little bit for like no reason, just because he's a big boy and he wants to prove it.
Yep.
And
Before he dies.
Yep, and then he's going to take another attack at you. It's not going to do anything. You will.
However,
go ahead.
I will use
Oh man.
my special ability, Vengeful Assault, to take an attack.
Activated his stand ability.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll take 14 at the beginning of your next turn.
Okay. All right. And then it's not gonna hit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12.
12. Yeah. No. Reckless attack has to be on your turn, right?
Reckless attack. Yeah. So the way that it's worded is at the start of my turn, I can use it for all attacks on that turn. This is not on my turn.
Okay.
No.
I forgot that he had advantage against you. He rolled again and it didn't matter. It is now Glimmer and the rest of the party's turn. Glimmer, you make it up towards the back of the watch party. Raylan is looking concerned about the prospects of this fight and is kind of leaning forward on his chair.
Okay, I'll quickly switch the link to Eidolon and say it's going well, but with the counterfeit gold, we're just gonna go with it.
Eidolon's flames kind of flicker in kind of like a happy sense.
Okay, so that's good that you want to do this. I'll switch the link back to Eshren. I'll put the platter down in front of the two of them, like just very as nonchalantly as possible. And I'll say to Eshren, like, avoid the chalice with the notch on it or whatever. And then I'll back away.
I want to take the one that doesn't have the notch on it, and then kind of pick it up and just be like, "Come, Raylan, be a good sport, toast with me," and just hold up my glass of wine. I should have gotten a wine glass for this character.
Roll a deception check, please.
Wig, okay.
Wig.
Nat
Wig.
1.
I wonder if you can you kernel shift your own perception check?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
It's the best. It's why I'm a damn wizard, even though I'm bad at it. Well, we'll do kernel shift on that.
You gotta beat a 20.
Oh!
Can you add to this?
Actually, I think Raylan, because Raylan's doing an ability check. Can he roll it back for him? Yeah. So roll it back and just be like,
run that back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes!
Holy shit!
There's a brief moment in time where you think that he's going to take a look at you, take a look at the glasses, and toss it over the side. But he looks at you, gives you one of these, and knocks the wine back.
I'll stay close to the platform. I'm keeping an eye on everything. I'm staying.
I will say,
this wine, right?
as soon
I'm screwing it.
I would like to prep my action as soon as I feel see that the effects of the poisonous, the disease is taking over. I'm going to attempt to push him over the balcony and scream, "Lady Kasherin, get back!"
Cool.
In a sort of nondescript way.
Okay, so as soon as he drinks it, he sets it onto the side. If you thought he was on edge before, he's now really at the edge of his seat, and he's kind of pulling at his ear a little bit, and he's wiping his mouth a lot, and he's starting to look more and more perpetually nervous, and kind of speaking to himself and doing this. But there's no outward signs of the disease yet. It's just you can see it starting to take effect.
I want to talk to him and be like, "Raylan, what ails you? You don't need to be a bad sport."
I'm just nervous that I'm going to lose my very dear friend, and I feel like I've been lied to my whole life.
Fuck you.
Raylan's guards, are they also indentured slaves to him?
Oh yeah, they're slaves.
They are standing pretty vigilant guard. Of course, they don't mind strange tieflings giving him wine. Apparently, they seem.
I'm in disguise as a regular raggedy human. I'm in disguise as a raggedy human.
Oh,
no one can recognize that this is my
I'm in disguise as a raggedy human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are pretty confident. This is his home turf. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, well, I don't know what your past problems have to do with how you treat Whitescales and what you think that is.
Huh? What? Sorry, I'm watching the match. Whitescales, it's your turn.
Yeah.
All
right.
Initiative tracker.
Keep him
I think the
alive
initiative
like an
tracker is
extra
out
turn.
of. Yeah.
It is out of order. I put them on top so that we can keep the action going.
Oh, okay.
So I've been doing his turn, the other turn, and then like you guys.
And then vaguely, yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Vague sense of we're there. All right. If you thought that I wasn't going to reckless attack, you haven't been paying attention. I'm going to
love
do that
to see
again.
it.
Yeah. 2 8s. 15.
15 misses.
Yep. All right. That's what I thought. Second attack.
I'm sitting in my line.
That hits.
24. Yep. 24 hits. Great sword. 13 damage.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to end this man's whole career?
Oh no.
Yes. All right. Cool.
God.
Um,
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
So, this time, it's not like wild swings or anything. I'm gonna take the chain that he has. I'm gonna wrap it around my arm, and I want to start pulling him in. And with that, I want to take my sword and just kind of place it at like around his solar plexus area, and pull him into the tip of the blade, until it's down to the hilt. Run through.
Yeah, and your sword comes out the other side completely clean. Maybe just like a little bit like red molten hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you yank the sword back. He stumbles away. The chains that are wrapping around your arms and legs begin to burn away like embers. He steps over to be about here, and like little red pools of lava in the sand open up, and massive chains shoot out of the ground, wrap around him, and just yank him down into like a molten pit, and he's just gone completely.
Bye. Get him out of here.
Raylan stands, and he turns to look at Ashrin, and he says, "You cheated!" And then he like vomits a little bit of black bile.
Black bile. That provokes my reaction, and I push him, saying, "Lady Ashrin, get back! The disease!" And I'm gonna attempt to push him over the railing.
Make your athletics check, please.
Sir Gwydion, would you like to help me?
You muted.
Oh,
I'm not going to get anywhere near that. You can do that on your own.
all right. 1 second. For some reason, the Shadowlands locked me out of.
You can roll at advantage because he's not expecting any shit from you.
Great.
I would like to, while we're waiting for Austin's rolls, very theatrically, performancely trying to convince the other guards that I did not know anything and I'm terrified, leap into Sir Gwydion's arms and go,
Roll at the
and drop my glass of wine.
Wait, so I'm rolling athletics? Or just a straight strength check?
Athletics is, you need to roll athletics to shove.
Okay. Great. So that's at advantage?
Yes, because he's in surprise.
No, I didn't
Whoa.
roll 2d100.
Yeah, 2d.
56.
Oops.
So that's going to be a 12.
12.
Yeah.
It's not enough as
Wait, it says you got a 13.
Yeah, it's -1.
You have -1 strength?
You all think that I'm some big burly guy, but I am in a suit of armor stuffed with paper.
I'm just a suit of armor stuff. He stands, and we're gonna keep this same initiative. Just gonna roll initiative for him.
How well did I convince the guards that I didn't know anything
What did you
with
roll?
my display? Oh, I didn't know if you wanted me to roll.
Yes, are we
Roll-
rolling deception or performance
Is this
here?
performance or deception?
This is
Deception.
yeah. Performance is
Okay.
like, you know,
Ooh.
Oh, theatrical.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They come to your aid as they see
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
this guy in the dankness.
The slime.
What did I roll? A 15 for this guy?
Yeah.
What a schmuck.
I know, right?
Wait, did you
Whitescales,
get a
got
natural?
shitty dad?
Yeah, I got
So,
a
Green,
natural.
did you roll a natural 20 to help to aid in the performance? Nice. A beautiful bleep into the arms, a beautiful catch.
The
Symmetrical.
guards with that deception check are going to respond and try to dump in the same way.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They
Can
do it
I
for us.
assist them?
You already tried to.
Yeah. Okay.
DM rolls a bunch of dice, playing with himself. Oh man, this guy's sturdy as a rock. So the people up at the platform, the two guards. Oh, I need to roll for the other guard. Don't you just love Dungeons and Dragons? Oh my god. Eidolon plus the guard aren't enough to throw this guy over the edge as he maintains his footing and he continually dribbles the black bile down his chin. You can see his neck beginning to swell up and he vomits the black bile all over everyone in the top area.
I would have moved back.
He throws.
I didn't know what the order was.
Immunity to disease.
Can I take an action?
There's acid damage.
Oh, okay, there's acid damage too. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get back into initiative once this thing is going on. It's like all fuzzy.
So we're
yeah,
rolling Constitution saves.
I have
Con
an
or
idea that can
Dex?
help them, but I can wait.
Was this con or Dex?
Con.
Con? Oh, I got a 20.
Oh wait, we're rolling that? I would have walked. Okay, well whatever.
Well, it's like tight.
It's
tight.
sploosh, it's splooshing everywhere, baby.
Yeah.
It's wet and wild.
8.
Ashram passes. Gwyd, you need to roll yours.
Yeah, I know it's not rolling for some reason.
Okay. Ooh.
Fucking roll. Alright.
Damn. If we didn't have counterfeit gold, this would have gone perfectly too. I'm so happy and proud of us.
I mean, this went pretty well, all things considered,
It
honestly.
did.
I mean,
We're still
I
not
bet
quite
we
a
gotta
way out,
get him
though.
off the balcony, but...
Yeah.
14.
14 passes. So everyone who passed, you take half of this acid damage. You would take the full brunt, Eidolon.
Yep.
And normally you'd take a rank of exposure, but it don't do that.
No.
And then Glimmer, you're somewhere off in the stands. So now we're in our full initiative order. You saw as Mansoor Raylan vomited all over the top area above the pit fight, that his guards got it on him, and now they're starting to do this too. They're like,
Oh, no.
Oh God.
Did we all take a rank of exposure even if we passed the check?
no, if you pass the check, you don't take it. It's only if you fail
Okay.
a save versus
Okay.
vomit.
And then it's 4 acid damage.
Yeah.
That's half. Great. Cool.
It is Whitescales' turn.
I'm gonna collect my javelin while that's going on. Raylan's right there. I'm gonna throw a javelin up there.
Okay.
Right over here.
Okay.
Okay. You want to throw a javelin through Raylan. Go ahead and do it.
14?
14 hits.
Cool. So that would be 8. My goal is to more imbalance him, so that the party could drop him off the edge.
Throw it like into his knee.
What are the rules on this? If you roll a athletics check, I'll think about giving them advantage.
All right. 17.
17?
You're at
Okay.
advantage.
Oh wait, I am still at advantage.
Oh.
Never mind. We're taking the 17.
Good idea. So that javelin of damage seems to have done just a lot to him as it is. He's not the hardiest fellow. even though I did use the Cambion art from Monster Manual page 56 to represent Raylan. It is Eidolon's turn next.
All right.
No, sorry, Whitescales, do you have anything else you want to do?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay.
I'll move a little bit closer.
Okay. Everyone else in the stands are like clearing away now that they see all this like black goo happening. Even the guards from the auction house are just kind of waiting to see how this plays out. They're not like trying to get closer.
So I'm going to tell everyone to say you can try and push him off. I'm going to try and take care of the situation now. I have my halberd in hand, and I'm going to attack Big Bad, Big Evil Man.
Okay.
Yep. 9.
Doesn't hit.
All right. Second attack. 10.
Ooh. No, it doesn't hit.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. It is his turn. He is going to reach forward to Asherin and
Nice.
say, I don't feel so good. You gotta help me. And his hands begin to spark with electricity.
Cool.
Do like this. Does that hit you?
Yeah. AC's 11.
Okay. You take 6 shock damage,
Okay.
and you can't take reactions on your until the start of your next turn.
Well, I already used all my chronal shifts anyway, so don't worry about it.
So he rolls to see if he gets his vomit back. He don't. It is Gwydion's turn.
Right. I would like to search Raylan's body. I know he's still alive.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. I'd like to see if he has a contract on him while he's a little bit preoccupied with his vial.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
You're just like pocket checking this man while he's dying.
They make a case for sleight of hand.
There's no witnesses. You can make a sleight of hand check based on.
If I just feel anything, feel paper.
Yeah, just make a sleight of hand check. That's fine.
Because I would have to do minus for investigation.
No, sleight of hand's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you pat him down. He's got quite the coin purse on his right-hand side. You deftly... You guys haven't really seen Gwydion like move like this, but he seems pretty accomplished as a pickpocket. You put your hand into his breast pocket and pull out like a pretty old-looking scroll with a red ribbon tied around it.
That would be my action to do that then, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess for my free action, I'll look at Raylan and be like, "This is your friend here." He says, "Yes. This is Whitescales." And that'll.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's so confusing.
I don't know if he's in a state.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in my pocket, and I don't know if I can do a shove action anymore. So.
No,
You can action surge.
Yeah, I could action surge. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll action surge.
Okay.
I mean, I've been doing that consistently. I'm gonna shove him over.
Okay.
16.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Into the pit.
Yes.
Into the pit with your boy.
The boys.
He windmills backwards and lands prone in the sand as Whitescales approaches with sword in hand.
Okay. And I think I still have one more attack action, technically, if shove's an attack action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I do that again with the other guy?
Sure.
I'll
Oh
try
wait,
to-
is he also? He's like plagued, right?
Yeah, he's also plagued.
Okay.
He's close to. I'll do the one close to Ashran. No, he's over there, huh? Well, I'll
You
move
can
here
go
and do this one.
Yeah,
There you go.
these guys are a little bit stronger.
Yeah. No.
He takes it very sturdily.
I just pat him and be like, you're much heavier. Would you not go away, please? That's my turn.
A little bit good on you.
This guy is going to grab his head and like push past Ashran and start like stumbling off towards the auction house. He will leave your range.
Yeah, we need to not have there be an outbreak.
Anyone want to take an attack of opportunity? He's leaving your range.
I will.
Okay, let me make this map a little bigger.
Okay,
I
yeah.
got a little ambitious with how tight I cropped it. I would like to select the settings, please. Roll 20. Page settings. Thank you. Much obliged. Okay. Oh, look at all that space. Okay, so he is heading down towards the auction house, past Ashran, like this.
All right. I'm going to take my attack of opportunity.
Okay,
16.
16 hits.
All right. 11 magical slashing damage.
11 magical slashing damage. Okay. Not enough to down him just yet, but he's looking kind of worse for wear. That's him right there. Okay. The other one is going to have that same thing happen where his neck really swells up and the vial starts to get a little bit intense in his...
As he's leaving my range, can I also do Shocking Grasp on him?
do you have Warcaster?
No. It's an action, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a reaction.
Reaction.
but-
With Warcaster, you can cast spells as a reaction.
Yeah, Shocking Grasp is an action. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Also, you couldn't use reactions due to.
Yeah, you can't cast a
getting-
spell as a reaction unless you have Warcaster.
And
Really?
and Raylan sapped your action from you.
Yeah.
But that was last turn.
At him because I can see my friend.
No, it hasn't been it yet. Do you want to
okay.
do medium? You want to attack?
Yes, I will. I will attack with my longsword. Please tell me it rolled. Maybe not.
Gwyd, Ashran, and Eilon prepare to make con saves too.
All right.
Does an 18 hit?
That does hit.
Then I do 9. Nope, that's not 1d. I have to do 1d10.
No.
12 damage, please.
You get him like pretty bad in the back. He stumbles down the stairs a little bit and turns back to you and like rubs his eyes and vomits a little bit on the ground in front of him.
Ugh.
Oh, great.
He's still alive, but not just barely. The other
Who was that
guy-
against? Was that against this close guy or the far guy?
It was this guy, the
Okay.
one that's moving away. The other guy is going to vomit on everyone that's still on top of the tower. So make your con saves.
Of course.
18.
I'm feeling so bad about this one, Chief. That's 16.
16 passes.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't feel
Oh
good.
no.
I don't
Wait,
feel
Not
good.
again, Gwydion, not again.
You take 2 acid damage, Gwydion. Everyone else takes 1. Thanks for coming. The bile gets a little bit into your like the corner of your mouth, and you can feel it almost like animate a little bit, and then just go like into the corner.
Oh, that was like a bad loogie that didn't go out. It went in. Oh.
Now I'm not the only one. Now I'm not the only one.
Glimmer, it's your turn. What a scene! What a scene!
Yeah. From up here, if I made a big show? You said there were no witnesses. If I made a big show, would people notice what I was saying?
People are in the process of like bodyguards are having their nobles' heads and they're like ducking them and like shooing them away. the other guards are like, everyone's like trying to make a perimeter. So all eyes are on here right now, waiting to see what's going to happen.
So do I have a path to run onto the tower?
Which tower are you talking about?
The one where everybody is.
Yes, it's the same one that you went onto. Yes.
Okay. And if I screamed something like, I would be heard at least.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have enough movement to get onto it and then...
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to advance up here. I'll take the Red Palm Manifesto book out of my pocket. I'll say, glorious to watch a tyrant fall. Long live the Red Palm. And I'll drop it like in the crime scene, and I'm going to pitch backwards off the balcony.
Into the sand?
How far do I fall?
10 feet, but it's sand, so...
Right before I fall, I will... Oh, only 10 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, I want it to be more dramatic than that.
The tower is like... 10 feet's a lot.
Okay. Right before I hit the ground, then, I will cast Gaseous Form.
Okay. So you are now a gassy boy?
Mm-hmm.
That's the gassy boy. It's a butt.
Thanks.
Not a heart. Thank you. Ha, you're a fart. And make a deception check, please. Or a performance check if you choose.
Okay. That'll be deception. 14.
Okay, let me just see how they take it.
Really wish it was that 23.
There's like murmurs in the crowd. There are people that are like confused about the goings on. You're not sure if everyone immediately buys it, but you hope that you have left enough evidence behind to like make a good story.
Yeah.
Lady Ashrin.
I would also like to drop the journal that I recovered. No, that might be too obvious. Just the sending stone that I have then that belongs to the Red Palm members. I'd love to drop that in the crime scene as well.
Okay.
We're dropping loot. And then
Look at all this evidence.
And the Red Palm Manifesto and the red case.
Yeah, I guess if I can use my bonus action to whisper to Sir Gwydion, did you find the contract? And then Sir Gwydion's not here, so I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear anything. And let's see. I'll take a couple steps over here, and then cast. Well, we're gonna need spell slots. I'll do magic missile on this fleeing guy.
Okay.
At first level.
+3, right?
+1.
+1 for each dart. Right.
Yes.
So +3.
Yes.
So total of 12. That barely does them.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do them in a particular way?
Probably the feigned horror from the execution going well has transformed into real horror. So this is not Ashrin gracefully casting a spell. It is like desperate and terrified and messy, and the magic missile darts kind of just hit him in the similar way, like desperate, messy. One probably goes in the neck, and you hear like a crunch and a
Yikes.
yeah.
And he falls down onto the floor, and the bile just starts to make a puddle around him.
Great. I'd love to get as far away from him as possible. Can I leave another way, or is that the only stairs?
The stairs end like about here.
Okay. I'm just using the rest of my movement to go down the stairs.
Okay. It is Whitescales' turn. You can see Raylan is back down, staring up at the ceiling of the cave, and like choking on the bile that's being produced in his mouth.
He's still conscious, right?
He is conscious. He's just extremely confused.
Yeah. All right. Can I do a thing then?
What do you want to do?
I want to just like talk to him for a second as I approach. You know, I've thought of this moment for a very long time. But last night you opened my eyes, and I have to thank you for that. This whole time, I didn't see it. You always called me a dragon. But now I see that you were the one, sitting atop his horde, raining destruction on everyone below you. But today I shed that title. I will no longer be a dragon. Today I will slay the true dragon. Thank you,
Scales.
Raylan.
Whitescales. I can't see you. Are you there?
Whitescales will no longer be my name. From now on, I am Sigurd, the Dragonslayer, and I wish to attack him.
Bad ass. Attack him.
It's like in Assassin's Creed when you kill a guy and you get a little cutscene in like a void. You talk to him for a little bit.
It's at advantage because he's prone. So
Yeah.
With that crit, please. Okay, 19 will do it. I think he doesn't have a whole lot left, but
Yeah.
it's
I
nice for these
also.
moments to be symbolized with a nat 20.
Yeah. All right. That would be 12 damage.
12 damage. What does your coup de grace look like?
So I'd walk over, and after all of that, look him in the eyes. Does he seem to like recognize me at this moment, or is he just gone?
It's a little unsatisfying in that way, where his eyes are kind of rolling around. He's looking up at the ceiling. He seemed to recognize your voice, but he definitely doesn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Then my final words would be, "Good night, Raylan." And I'll take the sword, and instead of doing any like cool, crazy swings, I just want to take it down, move it over him, and plunge it into his heart, and then twist it and pull it back out.
He kind of leans up into the blade, and when you pull it out, and his head turns over to the side, and the rest of him leaks out of his mouth.
There's also a little puddle of gas hanging out next to you, and that's me.
It's making this noise.
No.
Glimmer, you would see that there are tears streaming down my face,
Okay.
and that will be the end of my turn.
We bring us back up to Eidolon.
Yeah, so there's a hard camera cut to Eidolon that says, I can't follow that. And I'm going to Hexblade Curse the last guard. Bonus action. Make an attack with my first pack weapon attack. 15.
15 hits.
All right. Curse damage. 17 damage.
Oh, you hate when those D10s roll 10. Well, the monster. Go on, roll again.
All right. Packed weapon. Mod 20.
That'll hit.
All right. Curse damage. 14 damage.
He's still barely standing.
Oh, what the hell?
They got 35 HP.
Oh.
They ain't no slouches. 2 chunks out of him, he like stumbles back, and he's like, Mom?
Oh, this is
No.
And I'm just gonna say, shh, it's almost over. Sir Gwydion.
It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take any pleasure in this and try to separate his head from his body as cleanly as possible.
I'm gonna be having guilt about this for so long.
I know these guys. We didn't even know their names.
Yep. Oh boy. No, that's
I'm gonna think we don't know most of the people's names we kill, so.
Yeah, but they didn't attack us till they got the plague. This is what we get for messing with the plague.
They didn't technically attack us when they got the plague either.
Yeah, so Gwydion pleasurelessly lops the head off of the other guy, and he tumbles off the tower and falls into his bile. And that's the scene. as most of the shadow port looks on from a safe distance. They look at the people remaining on the tower with a sense of awe and confusion. There's a bit of applause as Whitescales makes his way out of the pit as well.
Dude, I wish I had seen that and I wasn't in the stairs.
I'm gonna follow Whitescales, and once I'm out of view of everybody, I'll pop back into normal mode, and I'll grab his arm and I'll say, "Good work, Dragonslayer. 1 second, we're about to vanish," and I'll cast invisibility at 3rd level, which should cover both of us. If not, I can twin it.
No, 3rd level. I think it's 2 creatures you choose.
Yeah. So we're both invisible, and I'll tell him like, all right, you know the way out. Let's go.
We do have one last bit of business before we can leave.
True. Quickly.
Yes.
Which way?
Back by his office.
Are you with us, Sir Gordian?
I'm right up the top there. I was waiting. My sword is probably still dripping red and black.
Oh, are we? I thought we were in like a lower area.
Underneath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're split up right now.
Yeah. Call down underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all meet up on the edge
Okay.
of the ring.
We do it.
And that is where we're going to leave off for the night. We'll see what happens with the aftermath of this event, how the Shadowport reacts, what the party decides to do, and what they'll do in regards to Whitescales' demands with freeing the other slaves. We'll be streaming that on Friday at 6 p.m. Hope to see you there for the thrilling conclusion of this. If you're looking for some other stuff to watch, we have our Game Master Tyler streaming Magic the Gathering on from 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays. So tomorrow you can catch him playing Ikoria. It's a really lovely draft format, so I hear. And on Saturday after our stream, we've got Tavern Talks, co-hosted by our very own Sir Gwydion. What are you guys talking about on Saturday?
Donovan's bringing his game. He's going to be showing us Horrified, which seems to be terribly spoopy.
So if you're interested in learning about a new game, head on over to our stream. Donovan will give you the lowdown, and hopefully you'll like what he has to show. We are Twitch affiliates now, so if you would like to drop us a follow or a subscribe, any little bit helps. And I think that's it. Until next time, we've been Tavern of Tales. You've been awesome. Stay healthy and dicey. We love you. Good
Fuck
night.
you, Raylan.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.